Hey everybody, Adam here for True North Wilds, and this is the Hookup. Today I'm going to talk about the 4-inch Forktail plastics from Bam Baits. BamBaits.ca to check them out. They're a Canadian company made in Ontario. True North Tough is their slogan. I've done reviews on their plastics in the past, the Godzilla notably. I found that True North Tough to be very, very true at that time. Disclaimer, this full review is brought to you by Bam Baits. They sent me these plastics to test out. They also are sponsoring a quick little giveaway, so watch through to the end of the video and you could win some Bam Baits plastics of your own. However, that won't stop me from being honest about the plastics, of course, but just something for you to be aware of. So the 4-inch Forktail is obviously a 4-inch plastic with a forked tail. Comes in a variety of colors. I got a variety pack sent to me and I managed to try almost all the different colors. There's a really good mix of solid colors, two-tone colors, ones like this where it's sort of a natural color with a flashy tail, which is really nice. So just all around good variety of colors. The colors do stand out really well in the water. The two-tone patterns especially, I really liked because they really mimic a bait fish, especially with the minnow shape of the plastic. That two-tone pattern that so many bait fish have, the dark top and the light belly. I found that these two-tone ones worked really, really great at mimicking those bait fish. Really got me a good solid bite when I got bites on them. If you watched my trip report from my first camping trip this spring, the Rabbit River to Coal Lake, you know that the fishing was extremely tough. We did not catch much of anything for walleye. We had just a few, enough to have basically just an appetizer for one of our meals. Out of the whole 4 days, that's all we caught. I only caught one walleye the entire trip, which was really, really disappointing. However, that one walleye that I caught on that trip was on a Bam Baits Forktail. I had tried a variety of other lures. I had fished half the lake without catching a single thing, without getting any bites. Finally, I was able to pull in a walleye as soon as I hooked on my pink Bam Baits Forktail. That seemed to be the key. Unfortunately, that was it for the rest of the trip. I only got the one walleye, but that was no fault of the lure. That was just the lake. Nothing was biting the entire 4 days. So I was extremely happy to pull in one walleye on the Forktail. And it turned out that after trying a variety of other plastics, the Forktail was the one to finally get the job done and keep me from getting skunked. Shore fishing from our campsite was also something that we did a lot of. We didn't have a ton of success, but we did catch a number of pike. And again, as soon as I threw on my Forktail, in particular the two-toned green and white one, I did pull in a decent little pike. That was the only two fish that I caught for the entire trip. I tried almost my whole tackle box, and I have a lot of gear in my tackle box. The only thing that I was able to catch on, pike or walleye, in one of each, was the Bam Baits Forktail. So that should tell you something right there. I was obviously very happy with the performance of them. In extremely, extremely hard fishing conditions, it pulled through for me. So that was really nice. I didn't want to limit my test to just the one trip where it was bad fishing conditions. So I took it out on my next backwoods camping trip, which was to Wilson Lake, Ontario, with my buddy Colin. We had some tough fishing conditions there, but it was a lot more normal for the time of year than for what we would expect. So that was nice. We actually caught fish. We had these nice little backwoods, not even lakes, they're basically ponds where you always know there's going to be pike in there. So I threw on a Forktail and I started looking for some pike. It wasn't long for me to catch pike on the Forktail in those little backcountry ponds. It almost felt like cheating. The pike there are just so aggressive, and you know that they're always there, and you know that quite often they're the only thing that's going to be in there. Pretty reliable to, if you throw on a good bait, that you can draw them in. The Forktail delivered. I was really happy with that. So definitely a good plastic. I'm really happy with the action. When these things are in the water, they look fantastic. They're really easy to spot in the water. The tail gives off a really good action. The colors are really good. One negative that I was actually really surprised to see with these lures is that the Bam Baits True North Tough is sort of their slogan, and all of the other plastics of theirs that I've used have been extremely tough and durable. I found that these things, once a couple pike bit onto them, I was actually surprised they were getting chewed up pretty quickly. I didn't have any tear in half. I didn't have any tails tear off. But after switching a couple jig heads through them, and after getting bit by a couple pike, they did start to get pretty chewed up, and I had to switch out the plastics a couple times. So I was a little bit surprised about that. But all in all, that's only compared to their other plastics, which are so tough that you can use them all day long. Compared to a regular plastic, these were pretty much comparable to any other plastic that I've used as far as durability goes, but it did surprise me. So all in all, really great plastics. You want to throw in a quick, easy to use little rig. You put a jig head on this, just a normal ball head jig. It's all I used. Toss it in anywhere that has pike, you'll get pike. Jig it vertically up and down for walleye, which is what I did to catch the walleye. You'll get walleye. These things work. They're great plastics. I highly recommend you check them out. Bambaits.ca if you want to check out the other variety of colors that they have for the forktails. If you want to check out some of their other plastics, they have tubes, they have crawfish, they have a whole bunch of different things there. I have these 2 packs of plastics to give away, as well as some fun stuff. Got a keychain, got a pack of tungsten weights from Bam Baits, some stickers, that sort of thing, courtesy of Bam Baits. Thanks again for them to send those out for me to distribute. So leave a comment down below, just any sort of feedback, any comment down below, and you'll be entered to win a little giveaway package, including the Bam Baits plastics and then some of the fun stuff. Leave a comment also and let me know what you think of these plastics, what kind of plastics you guys are using. Like and subscribe, it always helps me out for the channel. Don't forget, if you're not already, you can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/TrueNorthWilds, on Instagram @TrueNorthWilds, and of course our blog site, TrueNorthWilds.com. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you outside.